is Frank Freed, and this is the final project for our Capstone program for the Mechatronics Program at Anne Arundel Community College. The project consists of two basic parts. Part one is a conveyor system, which takes a block, reads a barcode off the block, comes down and hits a sensor down here. The second part consists of an industrial robot, which will pick up the block and then separate it into three different bins. Further along this video, you'll see the two different parts separated out, and I'll go into more detail. This is part one of the final project for the Mechatronics program. It's basically a conveyor system, which will take three blocks here, detect which type of block it is with a barcode reader, come down to the end of the line, stop with a diffuse sensor, and then we'll be taken by an industrial robot, which will be shown later. When the conveyor is running, the light tower will be green. When I hit the start button, it'll flash yellow 5 times before it starts. The PLC is an Allen Bradley Micro 850. And it's controlled using connected components in conjunction with ladder logic. This is the program here. So now we hit the start button. The light will flash 5 times and the conveyor will start. So now you can hear the barcode scanner read. It'll come down to the end of the line. It'll stop. On the HMI, it detects what type of block it is and then increases the count for that block here. Let's go ahead and put one more through. Hit start. And that was block type 2, so the block 2 count was increased, the total block count was increased, and the type of block that was last scanned is located right here. You hit the reset, and it'll reset all the values. And that's part one. This is the start of part 2, the industrial robot. This is in Robot Studio, and what I had to do was we had to make each individual component, including the bins and the conveyor, and model it up in Robot Studio, and then set the paths for which way the robot will travel. So we set all the paths, and I will go through this each individually. So there are 3 different paths, one which sets it to 1, this is path 1, this is path 2, and this is path 3. So what I can do is set the simulation to go ahead and move along path 1. And it'll go ahead and move. The block right now isn't simulated to be picked up, but it'll be picked up in real life, which you'll see in the next video. Once the simulation is set, then the rapid code needs to be downloaded into the controller. And this is the rapid code. So it sets all the constants and all the targets that are set. These are all the coordinates. And then there are 3 different paths, path 10, path 11, and path 12. and depending on the digital input received from the PLC into the robot, it will determine whether path 10, path 11, or path 12 must be taken. And you'll see those paths in the next video. And that's it for the simulation. This is part 2 of the Mechatronics final program for the Capstone class. And now we'll be using the industrial robot in conjunction with the conveyor, which was shown earlier. So now we will take 3 blocks, and when they go down the conveyor line, they'll be taken into 3 different paths, which will be taken to bin 1, 2, and 3, depending on which block it is. So first off, we'll go ahead and place block 1 on the conveyor and hit start. As you can see, that worked. So we'll go ahead and press and go with 2. And then I'll place it in bin number 2. Go with 3. Now programming, let's go ahead and hit start, is all controlled using, it'll go through the program here on the controller. So what's happening is it will scan for the type of block. When that block's found and the proc sensors hit, it will trigger the movement configurations on the controller. As you can see, it's going through each movement. As you can hear, just drop the block. And that is the final project.